Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be filming a video about autism and empathy, and I've written up some notes from my own personal perspective, and I feel that this is a really important topic to talk about as somebody on the autism spectrum myself. And empathy is a really big topic to talk about, so I'm going to break it down in a way that you guys will be able to understand it, and also for myself. So for someone like me on the spectrum who has a lot of empathy, it can be really draining, overpowering, really confusing to understand people's emotions, body language. It can be a really hard thing to talk about because some people on the spectrum have heightened emotions more than others. I have quite a lot of heightened emotion. I'm quite an emotional person. I often cry, and I have to try and struggle with reading people's body language, their emotions, their intentions towards me. And it can be really draining to the point where I have to learn to trust people, and it becomes really obsessive compulsive and just really difficult to learn who people are and what it is that I want to get out. So again, emotions all become blurred, so one emotion becomes one big rush of emotions, and we have to learn to separate the emotions for what they are. So anger, frustration, upset, happiness, sadness, all the rest of it, we have to learn to process it and separate it, and it can just be one big overwhelming blur. And also it becomes like a ticking time bomb where we become so attached to these feelings that we can't really separate them. And a lot of people on the spectrum, we do have a lot of empathy. We have so much empathy to the fact that we can't really process anything else, that it's just all these feelings come rushing to the surface and we don't know what to do with it. And unfortunately sometimes that can lead to bad things like depression, anxiety. It can lead to emotional outbursts, emotional shutdowns, things like that. So for us, it's a really difficult way of processing a lot of information that's already in our heads to come outside. And again, it can interfere with us in a different way. So for me, I struggle to learn where my emotions are. I struggle to control them. I struggle to let people know if I need help and whatnot. So empathy, I do have a lot of empathy. I have too much empathy. For me, I really struggle to control the empathy. I struggle to keep it down inside myself. I have to explain it to people and show people that I'm being genuine with my emotion and my love and my thoughts and my support. And that can get me into a lot of trouble because people are like, oh, whoa, Gemma. Like, that's not really appropriate. So again, I have to be told that sometimes my actions aren't appropriate. And it can be really frustrating because I don't know where the boundaries are when it comes to empathy and how much empathy to show somebody. Again, not all people on the spectrum are like me. Not all people are going to want to show empathy or show compassion. A lot of the people on the spectrum don't and are not able to because of the feelings. It's too confusing. They get really confused with how to express themselves on the fear of being judged or labelled or else what. And I want to explain this from my own autistic perspective because, again, I struggle with misreading people, and I struggle with seeing my emotions get into an overwhelm, and then I just shut down. It ends up getting me to the point where I walk away from people because I have that much empathy in me that I can't control it. It just becomes one big urge of wanting to talk to people all the time, telling them how much I care about them and love them, and it can end up in a backfire to the point where I get told off or confronted, something like that. So just please take a look around. Like, don't judge that we don't have empathy, because autistic people do feel empathy. In actual fact, we feel way too much of it to the point where we are struggling to read it, we're struggling to control it, we're struggling to fit in, we're struggling to read people's body language. So please help us out, explain things to us, make us include in the conversation. We just want to be included and we just want to be involved in what is going on. So I hope you've learned a lot from this video. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. Until next time, bye.